Did you guys know that there are principles that you need to have in your real estate investing business that are really going to help you to invest anywhere in the country? In fact, even anywhere in the world. Now, when I coach people how to invest in real estate, a lot of questions that come up are, will this work in my area? Will this work in my state? Or will this work in my country? Well, what I love to do is I love to show people how to fish, like teach them how to fish rather than giving a fish. It's like, here's a fish, here you go, and be able to quit their JOB, that just over broke job, by investing in real estate. Hey guys, my name is Dustin Heiner with Master Passive Income, and I want to show you how to quit that JOB, that just over broke job, by investing in real estate rental property so you never, ever have to work a job again. And when you are thinking about investing in your area or in another state or all over the country or in another country, all over the world, these principles are really going to help you to understand how to make money every single month, how to have passive income, create a business that runs itself. And you always hear me say over and over again, you got to build the business first. And every single piece of property, the property is not your business. Your business has inventory, and the pieces of properties are your inventory that you put into the business. The first major principle that you must always follow is to make passive income every single month. Now, what that looks like is you buy a house and you add up all your expenses. That could be your mortgage, your insurance, your taxes, your property manager, any HOA or homeowner association fees. Basically, add up all of your expenses and get a total. Then I want you to get your rents, how much you could rent the property for, and figure out what that is. And that you're going to be able to get that number by hiring your property managers, which we'll get to in a little bit, but you're going to be able to know how much you could actually rent the property for. So when you're buying a property, you want to make sure that you are buying properties that are making you $250 or more in passive income. No matter where you invest all over the world, you want to be doing that. Now, when I said multiplication, if you had one property making you $250 a month, if you had 10 properties, multiply that out, 10 properties, that's $2,500 a month in passive income. If you had 20 properties, that's $5,000 a month in passive income. 20 properties is $60,000 a year in passive income. Wouldn't that be amazing? I know you'd be able to quit your job at $60,000 a year in passive income. So make sure, number one, that you're investing for passive income, making cash flow every single month. Now, the second key point that I want you to make sure as an investor is to buy properties lower than market value. Now, remember, we're investors. Even if you don't have a property right now, you need to keep in your mind that you are an investor. What we do as investors is we buy the house at a lower price point so that we actually make money. Well, you'd say make money. You're like, you don't actually put money in your pocket, but you capture equity. Let's say you buy a house and they're asking $150,000, but you actually put an offer for $120,000. You work your way up and you negotiate. They come down. You buy the house for $130,000. In fact, you just pocketed $20,000 in equity. Remember, $150,000 minus $130,000, that's $20,000 in equity. Buy the property where you're going to be capturing the equity. So you buy the house lower than it's worth, so you capture equity. And the third principle that I want you guys to remember is that when you're buying a house, you want to buy a house that you can force the appreciation up, force the value of the home up. Now, what that's going to look like is you buy a house, and on that street, it's probably not the best looking house on the street, so there's room to fix it up. You put some money into it, make it worth more, make it more valuable, and then it's actually worth more. Now, what would it look like is you buy a house for, let's say, $120,000. You put $10,000 into it, cutting the grass, painting the walls, getting new carpet, doing some nice little, cosmetic type things, not some major remodels. You're just putting $10,000 in. More than likely, the value will go up another $20,000 or $30,000 on top of the money that you put in. If you want to get started investing, I want to actually give you my real estate investing course absolutely for free. If you go in the description, go to masterpassiveincome.com/free course. I will give you my free real estate investing course showing you how to find an area of the country, anywhere to invest, how to make sure you have an automatic business, buy the right properties, be able to scale your business and make $250 a month in passive income. And the fourth thing that you must do is know in advance what your expenses are going to be for the property. When you're buying a rental property, the last thing you want is an unexpected fee. Unexpected fee like an HOA fee of like $100 extra a month. That's going to dip into your passive income very, very high. We don't want to do that. We want to account for every single expense. Now, these could look like your mortgage. Obviously, if you get a mortgage, you're going to have that. What if you have PMI, which you actually have the private mortgage insurance? If you have to do that as well, you have to pay for that as well. Your insurance, your taxes, if you have a homeowners association, if you have a property manager, if you're paying for the utilities, things like that. So you want to be overly conservative on your expenses. And the fifth thing is to make sure that you are investing in an area that has demand for your property. Now, let me give you an example. If you're going to invest and buy a house like in the middle of the desert, like literally all sand, nobody's living for like 100 miles around, if you're going to buy a house there, you're going to have a hard time to rent it. Or the Antarctic, or the North Pole, or wherever like that. If you're going to invest someplace where people don't live or don't really choose to live, then you're going to have a hard time renting the property. You want to make sure there's good demand for your property. In fact, as I teach people in my Real Estate Wealth Builders, my group coaching, all my courses and everything that I do that I teach people how to invest, I show them every single way that they can find a property. And as we're looking for properties, we look for population density. Is there a lot of people in that area? If it's one town that has 100 people, well, there's probably a few people that would actually want to rent out the property. So you want to make sure there's good demand for the property. Now, I've had some people join my Real Estate Wealth Builders who had invested in the past. They were taught by somebody else. They said, just buy a good property, and then you'll do fine. Well, they're realizing that they're actually losing money because they didn't do it right. They didn't buy a good investment. They bought a good property. Now, we don't invest in good properties. We invest in good investments that make us money and passive income. Now, don't get me wrong. A good investment is a good property, but our criteria is not a good property. Our criteria is a good investment, one that can feed our families because we have passive income coming in every single month. That is a lockdown security that's literally attached to the ground. It can't be taken up other than a hurricane or something like that, but we have that asset literally attached to the ground. And we want to look at properties that are good investments, not good properties. And the seventh principle that I'm going to give you, and you must do this, I learned the hard way. In fact, most people learn the hard way, learn from my mistakes and everybody else's mistake. You want to do a background check on every single tenant out there. Every single tenant that applies, you absolutely must do a background check. If you don't, I'm going to smack you upside your head. I'm just joking. I probably won't do that. I'm going to say, I told you, always do a background check. And the eighth thing that I want to give you is you want to make the property rent ready. Make the property rent ready, not the best house on the street. Now, let me give you an example of what that would look like. Let's say in every single house, it's regular countertops, not granite, just, the flimsy stuff that everybody has, and there's just cookie cutter type home. And if you go in and buy granite countertops and put them in there, you're going to spend about $3,000, $4,000 for the granite countertops. Don't get me wrong, your tenants will absolutely appreciate it. They'll like it. But you're not going to get that much more rent. You might get $25 more in rent because it's a little nicer with the granite. How long is that $25 going to take to pay off $3,000 in that work? It's going to take a very, very long time. So what you want to do is you want to make a property rent ready that's comparable to all the properties on the street. Now, make it a little better, which makes it nicer. People want to live there. Making good properties that are comparable to the area, but you're also making sure that this property is actually going to be making you money, not over costing in the rehab to actually never make your money back in the rents. And the ninth thing that you need to, that's a lot of fingers, but the ninth thing that you need to know when you're investing in real estate, what you want to do is when you're investing in real estate, you're going for passive income, but here is the bare minimum that you need to get from every single property in passive income. You want to make sure that you are making $250 or more in passive income every single month from every single property. Now remember, that's the least amount that you can get in passive income or that you should get or shoot for. Now I have properties that make me $400 or $500 or $600 or more in passive income. The bare minimum is $250. I have many students who have done this many, many times in the last couple months, buying properties that make them a minimum of $250. In fact, one of my students literally just bought a property for $50,000, and at that $50,000, he's making $700 a month in passive income. On top of that, he refinanced the property, pulled all of his money back out. He's literally into the deal, only $2,000 for this property. And with the mortgage, the insurance, like all of his expenses added up, he is still making $700 a month in passive income and only has $2,000 in his own deal. Now, the 10th thing that I'm going to give you, and you have to do this, and actually I have a whole entire another video on how to actually do this because this is crucial. Do not miss this. This is something that you absolutely must implement into your business. Run your business as a business. Now, what that looks like to run your business as a business, and this is absolutely crucial, is to actually put in business processes and procedures that your property managers are going to do for your business. Give you an example. The rent is due on the 1st. This is what you're going to tell your property manager. Rent's due on the 1st. Then on the 3rd, it's late, or after the 3rd, it's late. So they have those 3 days to make their rent payment. If it's late after that, then they get a late fee that they have to pay. But as soon as the 4th rolls around and they haven't paid, you put a 3-day notice on the door. And this is legally, you have to do this. If you're going to do an eviction or kick them out or anything like that, you have to do a 3-day notice. You put a 3-day notice on the door. From there, you wait the 3 days. If they still haven't paid, you will actually be able to go through the eviction legally and go through that process. And if you got anything out of this, I would so appreciate it if you liked this video. Also subscribe and hit that notification bell because I'm giving out so much great information, literally free, how to invest in real estate. You can do this. Watch this video right here. Subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next one.